What's up, guys? Sam the Raid Man back here today with another video. One of my subscribers and one of my good fans, guy that's been very active in my community, requested that I do a tier list for what are the best gear sets in the game. And I thought, okay, that's fun. I like tier list, but also I think that information is helpful for people. If there's a ton of gear sets, so if you're overwhelmed, I think this will hopefully help you kind of narrow it down. You know, any piece that it's a good piece doesn't matter what the set is, right? But if you're looking at like a mediocre piece in this set versus a mediocre piece in a better set, pick the better set. Or a great piece in this set versus a great piece in the better set, go for the better set. But before I get started, I will say the most important rule when you're gearing out champions is stats over sets all day. So for example, Syl of the Drakes, amazing and relentless gear. No question. She's awesome in it. She heals, she revives faster, she stuns more often, she decreases turn meter and speed more often. She faces increased speed in your team more often. She's way better and relentless. That being said, if I can build Syl in Perception with 240 speed, 250 accuracy, 3,500 defense, that's way better than building her like 140 speed, 90 accuracy, and 2,000 defense in relentless. Like the stats and making sure someone is built the correct way is way more important than the sets that you put on them. That being said, the sets can only boost it, and the sets can make it easier to get to those thresholds with something like Perception. So, let's get started. I found this tier list online, so I didn't have to make it myself. My hope is that it's got everyone in it. I've got Raid also pulled up here on my phone, just so I can kind of compare and make sure I've got all the sets in here. If you guys are interested in using BlueStacks and helping me grow my channel, then download BlueStacks and Raid Shadow Legends through my link that I'll leave in the description below. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I hope you enjoy using BlueStacks. So, let's start with we're going to go in order here. Let me see if I can get rid of these ads that keep popping up. Okay, so yeah, we've got a God tier, Elite tier, Good tier, Okay tier, and Cell tier. Now, the way I look at all these different tiers is God tier is going to be the best few in the game. Elite's going to be some of the really, really solid ones. Good is going to be some of the average ones and niche ones. Okay is going to be like, yeah, it's fine, but they don't really bring a lot. Cell tier isn't necessarily, Cell tier I think is a bad name for it, because I really think, let's see if we can change that name. Can we? Yeah, let's just do Okay tier, and we'll just put the meh tier. Because it's not, like you shouldn't have to sell it. It's just not very, very good. So for example, like I'm going to put life down here in meh. Yes, 15% HP is nice, but that's like a single or a double roll on a piece. Like that's not a reason. You shouldn't be building somebody in life just because it. Even if they're an HP based, damage dealer, you shouldn't be building them in life unless it just happens to be really good pieces. I only keep super good pieces in my life set. If I didn't have this Iron Twins going, I would show you guys, but I have maybe 4 pieces of life on my account. Okay, attack, same thing. There are just better sets. There's a Cruel set, which is an attack set plus ignore 5% defense. There's a Fatal set, which is attack 15% plus 5% crit rate. It's just meh. The only time you build them like this, like I have a few pieces from here that I might just throw as a broken set, but I never am aiming to build somebody in either of these. Defense is kind of the same, but I think I'm going to put it in Okay tier, just because defense is so much more important. Critical rate, I'm going to put in Good tier. 12% crit rate is not to be slept on. It can really help you get, especially early game, can really help you get to that 100% crit rate that you need. Resistance is either okay or meh. I'm putting it in okay just because there are better versions of it, but especially late game and trying to beat some of the Doom Tower bosses, it's going to be good. Some arena stuff. Now, retaliation gear used to be meh or okay. I'm going to actually put it in Good tier. I think there's an argument it's good or elite. It's super good in Clan Boss for somebody like a Frozen Banshee. A lot of people have created comps with her, or any Poisoner, where they basically you put a squishy team, clear the waves of a dungeon like Ice Cold Armored Dragon, and then you just let like a Frozen Banshee or a Nethril or any Poisoner on the A1 just sit there in retaliation like Immortal and just heal and just go off with the poisons. Reflex, I'm going to put in Elite. Could be God tier. So Reflex, if you're unfamiliar, let's go through what the sets do really quick. Life is 15% HP. Offense is 15% attack. Defense is 12% defense. Resistance is 40 defense. Critical rate is an extra 12% crit rate. Retaliation is a 30% chance to counterattack. I don't even know if I have any on here. 35% chance to counterattack for each hit. And Reflex is a 40% chance of reducing a random skill's cooldown. Now this one I don't even know the name of, and I don't think I have any on my account. This might be cursed. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna try and do my research here. Yes, this is cursed, which is a 4-piece set, 75% chance of placing heal reduction. That is bottom of the bottom. Like, that is so much worse than these two. That's just a bad set. I mean, it's the only set, or one of the only sets that does like a regular debuff, but no, it's bad. Accuracy, I'm going to put in good tier. It's just not as good as perception. Speed, I'm going to put in elite. Could be god tier. We're going to try and reserve that. So accuracy gives 40 accuracy. Speed gives 12% speed. Lifesteal, I'm going to put in good. Tails off in the end game, but still really good for soloing some content. Destroy, I'm putting in okay. The only reason it's not in meh is because of the Scarab boss. Toxic, I'm actually going to put in elite. They really buffed the rate that you can place debuffs. Let me pull up what's the percent chance. I think it's a 75% chance. Yeah, 4-piece set, 75% chance placing a small poison for 2 turns. This is amazing for clan boss. Like, I just put a budget man eater for somebody. You can put 2 or 3 of those champions in Toxic. I have somebody in my Iron Twins battle is actually in Toxic, one of my Demythas. So yeah, that's a big poison. There's a little poison. So we'll place little poisons. Ooh, we're about to see this fall apart. All right, we're going to take that off screen before I get sad. But yeah, so it's useful. You can use it anywhere in the game. You can use it in the Sand Devils Necropolis. You can use it in Doom Tower. You can use it in Clan Boss, Dragon, wherever you want. It's just a good set. Does a lot of damage over time, especially when you get later game. Poisons do a little bit more. All right, Frost set. I'm going to put down here an okay. It's like, it can be frustrating if you put like a really tanky champion like a Python or a Duchess in a Frost set. But it's just like, you have to get attacked to place the freeze. So for a lot of teams, especially early game, that's not good enough. Daze is going down here in meh. It's the worst of the CC gear sets for me, because crowd control gear sets, because if you hit them again, they wake up. If they take damage from poisons or HP burns, they wake up. Now, what is that? Is that Avenging? Frenzy, Avenging. I don't know what gear set that is. Do I have any? Probably look really stupid right now, but I have no idea. That is Avenging. Okay. Avenging is going down here in meh. 45% chance to counterattack when hit with a critical hit. It's just not very good. It's only useful in arena, and if you're getting crit, you're probably going to die. Fury set, I'm actually going to put an okay. It could be meh, but it basically just increases your damage the lower health you have. So for like man-eater unkillable teams, it's pretty solid. And it's probably meh. We're going to move these 2 up just because there's more meh than I realized. But these are pretty close to meh. Curing set is also going okay. It's not good in general. Like, you don't put this on an apothecary. But when you get to like the top 5 healers in the game, like a Woad Painted, a Marichka, even like a Vogoth, this really starts to add up. A Sky Touch Shaman, the Curing set really starts to make a big difference. It just increases all of the heals that everybody gets. Is this Stalwart? I don't know why they look different right here. I'm not used to seeing them in this view. No, Stalwart is not here. What set is that? Sorry, guys. I know I probably look stupid. I can't tell you what set that is. That's Regeneration. I don't see Stalwart, so we're going to call this Stalwart, I think. Okay, if it is Stalwart, we're putting in elite tier. One of the best ways to stay alive, especially in Clan Boss. Shield set, good tier, provides you with a shield. Crit damage, good tier. Similar to crit rate, 20% crit damage. The Provoke set, okay tier, fine for Hydra, nowhere else. First in God tier is going to be Regeneration. It is huge. Late game, soloing content, faction wars, regen is the way to go. It is awesome. Sunset, elite tier. One of the best ways to get crowd control is put on somebody with an AoE A1. Let them go to town. Is this Fatal? Yeah, Fatal is attack and crit rate. Put it here. Crit rate's nice. This one. Let me go to the Forge so I can look at them. Untouchable. So this is immunity for 2 turns, resistant plus 40. This is going to go elite. A lot of arena uses. It's basically a better version. I just realized we're missing some gear sets here. That's okay. It's basically a better version of immunity gear, and it's also got resistance. So pretty solid. A lot of good arena uses and stuff like that. This one is Affinity Breaker. This is below meh. This is the worst gear set in the game. Affinity Breaker is crit damage plus 30, 4-piece set, 20% chance to change a weak hit into a critical hit, which is just awful, guys. It's bad. All right, next god tier, Perception. This is number 1 in the game. Perception is 40 accuracy and 5% speed. So many of my champions are built in triple perception. It is the best gear set in the game. It's like such an easy way. Like, say I put my Mithrala in 6-piece perception. That's 120 accuracy right there, which for her is also 120 resistance plus 15% speed. It's huge. Lord of Steel makes it even better. It's massive. Now, Resilience, I think, is one of the more slept-on ones. I'm putting it in good tier. 12% HP. Let me double-check the stats. 10% HP, 10% defense. For a 2-piece set, so you can build them in 3. You have 30% HP, 30% defense. I think it's pretty big. It's a good one to stay alive. What is this one? This is Deflection. I'm going to put it, it's either meh or okay. Just for the sake of balancing out the tiers, I'm going to put it in meh up near the top, though. It's good for Bommel. That's about it. Swift Parry has definitely gone down, but I still think it's elite. Still really good in Faction Wars, Arena. Unless you're like Plat, it's not as good, but mid to early game Arena, I think it's really solid. Cruel, I'm putting in God tier. This is for a 2-piece set. It's so good. You can throw it on anybody. You can throw it on Clan Boss. It's huge for the Arena. This pairs well with Savage or Lethal. Immortal, I'm tempted to put this up here. I'm going to put it in elite tier. HP plus healing is big. You can put 3 of this, people in 3 sets of these, or pair this with regen. It's really, really good. Now, which one is this? I'm not seeing that in the Forge. Am I missing what gear set this is, guys? Divine Critical Rate. How could I not know that? I'm going to put it in good tier. It's just right ahead of crit rate. Just slightly better. Divine Life, same thing, just slightly ahead of regular life. Divine Speed, it's almost God tier, but it's up here. And this is Divine Offense, so just in front of that one. It looks like a few gear sets are missing. Some of the more recent ones. Instinct gear is missing. I would probably put Instinct in elite tier, I think. Guardian is missing. God tier or elite tier. Looks like we got most of them. Do we actually have Provoke? I don't see Provoke. I know I said one of them was Provoke, but it wasn't. That one is Frenzy, which is low health. So that one's fun, but not very good. So yeah, we would put Provoke over here in the okay tier. Looks like they did get most of them, though. That's the rest that I see. Unless I'm missing some more of the Faction Wars one. Frostbite, Bloodthirst, Fortitude. Lethal is S tier. Savage is S tier. I didn't see Savage in here unless I missed it. Bolster is God tier. So Savage, Lethal, Bolster, all God tier. Defiant probably is God tier. It's either God tier or elite tier. Just a little bit ahead of Stalwart, I think. Fortitude, Resistance, and Defense. Probably right here, up to top of good tier. Definitely better than the Resistance one, and better than the Defense one. And I think that's about it. So, sorry, I didn't make this tier list. I didn't realize that so many were missing. I should have done a little more research. But hopefully this helps. I know this is only like the surface level of how to gear champions. I want to make more videos about that. I'm also happy to answer questions. If you have any questions, I'm going to leave my Discord in the link below. Just come join it. Either send me a DM or just ping in one of the general chats. I'd love to answer questions, hop on your account. I also offer takeovers where I jump on preferably to build people's clan boss teams. Again, preferably to build unkillable teams. That's my specialty. But if you want to take over or you want me to come help you gear champion, just feel free to join my Discord. So this was fun for me. Hopefully it was fun for y'all, and I hope it was helpful. So thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy this type of content, and I'll see you on the next one.